Good morning, everyone. Once again, we're more than pleased to have Swami, a visiting Swami coming. And this is Swami Shivarchanananda from St. Louis. He has come to the United States within the past couple of years. Many of you will remember Swami Chaitanananda, who was here years ago. And Swami Shivarchananda is his assistant in St. Louis. Now, he's highly qualified to give this talk because he joined in Deogar, went to training center, but after training center, he was sent to Jairambati, which is Mother's place. He spent years in Jairambati. I think you said 10, Swami? More than 10 years in Jairambati. And after Jairambati, he was sent to Udbodhan, which is Mother's place in Calcutta. So he is very, very well qualified to give this talk. And please welcome him.
Om Pavitram Charitam Yasya Pavitram Jivanam Tatha Pavitrata Swarupinye Tasyai Kurmo Namo Namaha. Whose character is all pure and whose life is similarly pure, who is the embodiment of purity divine, that shining goddess I salute again and again. Good morning to all. Yeah, thank you. I offer my pranams and namaskars to all the Matajis present here, Matajis and Brahmacharinis. I'm just going to move the mic just a teeny bit. I offer my namaskars to all the sons and daughters of Holy Mother present. Today, our topic is a message from the Divine Mother. The message is very simple. I think many of you have read the Gospel of Sri Ramakrishna. So let us start with Sri Ramakrishna. Sri Ramakrishna used to say very nicely to his intimate devotees, you have only to know two things. Who am I and what is your relationship with me? What is spiritual life? It can be said in different ways. You have read a lot of passages, you have heard a lot of lectures, but what a simplest way he expressed it. We have to learn, we have to know only two things. Who is he or she, and what is the relation between us? If we now change the same thing a little different way, and if we ask ourselves, who is Mother? The first question of two questions. First question of the two questions. Who is the Mother? The answer to this question has been given in many places, among which we can select a portion of Sri Sri Chandi, also known as Devi Mahatma. There is a famous hymn. After the killing of the demons, Shumbha, Nishumbha, the gods were united and praised the goddess as the mother of the world. Perhaps you may know more about Bhagavad Gita, Srimad Bhagavad Gita, but I think, especially in the Western world, Sri Sri Chandi is less known book. But it also conveys the same thing, but as the supreme, the creator of the universe, as a mother. So there we find our mother. Maybe you call her as Devi Chandi, sometimes Devi Mahalakshmi, sometimes Mother Mahaswaraswati or Mother Durga. But she is, after all, our own mother. So what she is doing there, according to the description that we find in Sri Sri Chandi, we find the story of many demons. Sometimes Mahishasura, sometimes Chanda Munda, sometimes this Shumbha and Nishumbha. Mother also, and these demons, what they are doing, all these demons are terrible. They are persecuting the sages, oppressing the gods. Then at the prayer of the sages and gods, Mother, assuming various forms, in various names that just I told you, sometimes Chandika, sometimes Mahalakshmi, sometimes Mother Durga, and so on. And what she is doing? She is killing the demons. These asuras were tremendously powerful, sometimes terrible in their form. If you read those things, so you may be horrified about the descriptions. But to protect the child, the mother herself shattered them by appearing in a more terrible form than the asuras. When her frightened children witnessed this unfathomable mercy of the mother of the world, they were relieved to know that they had a mother to turn to in their time of need. So asuras, the demons, may be terrible, but mother can assume a form, that more terrible form. Like an instance I can give, you will find a name, a demon, Rakta Bija. You may remember when you read these kind of stories. In those days, we have different kind of literature now. Some the superheroes and all those things. For fantasy, we have a place in our life, the fantasy. The children want to, that imagination. So all this book, they used to provide all those things. At the same time, subtle knowledge, at the same time, fantasy also. So how this Rakta Bija is? Just a story you can. So Rakta Bija, literally two words are there, Rakta and Bija. Rakta means blood and Bija means seed. So how terrible this demon is? If somebody wants to kill him, the gods, so if a drop of water fall in the ground, from that water, another Rakta Bija will come out. So you cannot, it is not easy to kill that demon. But mother has a way. You know, who are, all the mothers are present, they especially know. They can do anything for save their children. So mother appeared in a different, terrible form. Mother Kali. Don't get frightened to read all those things. But if you once understand the philosophy behind it, I think it will you'll find no difficulty. So Mother Kali or Mother Chamunda appeared in more terrible form. Don't be afraid, my child. I am here. So she managed a different kind of story. She managed a way while killing that demon Rakta Bija, so that one drop of water, of the blood, cannot fall on the ground. So Chandi really is stories are a little difficult, especially of some of our audiences here. But once we understand the philosophy behind it, you will find it is a very easy thing. So what is the, whatever we are find difficulty, there's nice stories also. Once it happened, in India, there you will find a lot of languages, sometimes more than 30. It is not two languages, or Hindi or Bengali like that. Many, Marathi, Oriya, many things. So once in a king's court, one gentleman came. So it was very difficult to understand. He knows everything, every language: Marathi, Oriya, Bengali, Hindi, and maybe I can add you also, Spanish and English, everything. So he was so well versed, it was very difficult for the other people what is his mother tongue. So somebody he pushed him from behind, and suddenly he cried in his mother language. so in distress, you have to call your mother. Yeah, you remember your mother. In other time, you can manage with different ways. But with Swamiji also it happened. When Swamiji was talking about high philosophy and all those things, so somebody Swamiji told, but when I have a stomachache, I always call my mother, not the philosophy. So when we are in distress, we call our mother. Mother is there. And Sri Ramakrishna, suddenly a few days back, I was reading some pages from Gospel of Sri Ramakrishna. It's a brilliant book, So Sri Ramakrishna was sharing his struggles during his austerities. For 12 years he did a lot of austerities. You can get all those things in Sri Ramakrishna and his Divine Play. Beautiful book. So he was sharing his stories with his disciples. So, what is that? He is saying, how many other visions I saw while meditating during my sadhana. Some things you can believe or you may not believe on that, but that freedom is there always. So he is saying, once I was meditating under the bale tree. So this I am talking about Dakshineshwar, that temple garden. So when sin, in Bengali it is Papa Purush, the sin taking a form of taking a human body like that. When sin appeared before me and tempted me in various forms, in various ways, he came to me in the form of a soldier, an English soldier. He wanted to give me wealth, honor, physical pleasure, various occult powers, and such things. I began to pray to the Divine Mother. Sri Ramakrishna, when he was afraid, he remembered his mother, the Divine Mother, of course. Now I am telling you something very secret. The mother appeared. I said to her, "Kill him, mother." I still remember that form of the mother, her world-bewitching beauty. She came to me taking the form of Krishnamai. Krishnamai is a beautiful girl, beautiful daughter of Balaram Basu. So she came to me taking the form of Krishnamai. But there is a difference with Krishnamai. What's the difference? But it was as if by her mere glance the world is moving. Mother is dancing, so world is moving. So that he wanted to say. Staying with Sri Ramakrishna, his disciples also absorbed these ideas. Like his divine dependency on Mother of the universe. There is a beautiful description of an evening in Sri Ramakrishna Kathamrita, the Bengali version of the Gospel of Sri Ramakrishna. But in Gospel of Sri Ramakrishna, it is a little brief description. So I have tried to translate that one, Bengali one. So it is like that. It is 26th October 1884. So M the recorder of the Gospel of Sri Ramakrishna. He is a poetic man, a poet basically. So we are indebted to him so that he recorded everything about the plants, about the river, whether it is flowing towards south or north, because ebb tide and flow tide both are there. So everything he recorded. So let us read the atmosphere of Dakshineshwar of evening. Then comes the evening. Incense has been given in Sri Ramakrishna's room. Bowing down to the gods and goddesses and chanting the mantra, he sings the glory of the mother. We can learn from Sri Ramakrishna how to live with divine presence of mother. We also sometimes, always our senior monks used to say, you can keep some of these beautiful pictures, like maybe maybe Christ, maybe Buddha, whatever you like, maybe Swami Vivekananda, and you can have an intimate relationship with them. How? Morning, say hello, good morning. So Sri Ramakrishna's way, not saying that good morning, he's just chanting the mantras. Mother, Ma, Krishna, 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 or Rama, Rama, Rama. And there you'll find various ways how to properly use your tongue. He sings the glory of the divine. The beauty outside Sri Ramakrishna's room looks mesmerizing. It is the 7th day of the bright fortnight of the Bengali month Kartik. Kartik, it is end of October, almost end of October. On one side, the temple complex, the abode of Divine Mother, is smiling in the immaculate moonbeams, and on the other side, the heart of the Ganges is gently throbbing like the heart of a sleeping child. The tide becomes full. The sound of the Vesper service gets merged with the melodious sound of the Ganges, filled with the tender brightness, and the resonating sound reaches the far and wide. Arati, that is Vesper service, was performed in 3 temples in the temple complex at one time: Kali temple, Vishnu temple, and Shiva temples. There we will find 12 Shiva temples. Arati of Shiva is performed one by one in the 12th Shiva temple. The priest goes from one house to another of Shiva. Whoever have seen the picture, so you can visualize in the dusk that first the priest is going, then his helper. The priest goes from one house to another of Shiva. There is a bell in his left hand, 5 lamps in his right hand, and an attendant gong in his hand. Arati is going on while the melodious symphony of Shehnai is being heard from the southwest corner of the temple complex. The eternal festivity of the Mother, who herself is the embodiment of all happiness, is going on. That I want to say here. A festivity is going on always. We are not aware of that. So the M is writing, the eternal festivity of the Mother, who herself is the embodiment of all happiness, is going on, as if reminds the living being, none be unhappy. Let there be happiness and sorrow in the world, but the Mother of universe is there. We have Divine Mother, rejoice. Even the son of a housemate does not get to eat well, does not get to wear well, has no house, but he still has strength in his mind that he has a mother. He has a place in mother's lap, not an artificial mother, but the true mother. My mother knows everything, who I am, where I came from, what will happen to me, where I will go, all mother knows. Who thinks so? My mother knows, my mother, who created me with body, mind, and soul. I don't even want to know. If anything is needed to know, she will let me know. Who wants to think so much? Mother's sons all rejoice. So when we are talking about Chandi. So now the gods were rejoicing. Mother removed all the obstacles. So there is a beautiful hymn. I want to just 4 lines. It is in Sanskrit, but I will the translation also. So it is said, Devi prapannarti hare prasida matar jagato khilasya prasida vishveshwari pahi vishwam tvamishwari devi characharasya. Salutation to the Divine Mother. O Devi, you remove the distress of those who approach you and take refuge in you. Please be gracious. Please be gracious, O Mother of the entire universe. Please be gracious, O Goddess of the world, and protect the world. O Devi, you are the Goddess of all the moving and non-moving beings, entire world with your inviolable power. So we have another 2 lines also, but here's the first portion, the protection. From mother, first we get protection. When newborn baby, what he gets first? Protection from mother. So a great Shakta philosopher, Bhaskar Roy, he commented on that, these 2 lines. What he said? It is a well-known fact the mother is remembered in times of distress, but also we feel that our earthly mother is not capable of removing all the sorrows of our fate. That I know. He can save my body. She has a limitation. He noted down. Then he says, since I have been born in thousands of types, it is impossible to determine the number of births I have had and how many more there will be in the future. O merciful Mother, protect me, who is completely frightened and shelterless by the storms of the thunderous, tumultuous ocean of life. He's praying. Births after birth. So please save me, protect me. And the second part, it is of the nourishment. We'll talk about nourishment today. So, how it is? Adhara bhuta jagatastvameka mahi swarupena yatasthitasi apang swarupa sthitaya tvayaitat appayate kritsnam alangha virje. Sustenance. Mahi swarupena, it means salutation to the Divine Mother. You alone support all the beings of the world. By standing firm like the form of the great earth. These rishis, these sages who are writing this, they are also poets. First they look into the earth. You are like Mother Earth. That this Mother Earth, it is very difficult for human being to understand the thing, the truth that is beyond any limitation. Whatever we think with our mind, with our intellect. But the ultimate truth is beyond that. So we can get some hint from here and there. So Mother Earth gave us some hint about that eternal Mother. What kind of that? That you alone support all the beings of the world, the sun, the moon. By standing firm like the form of the great earth. By being established like the form of water, you rejuvenate these 2 things. One is Mahi, the soil, and the water. 2 things we get from the eternal Mother, Mother Divine. So what kind of that? Apang swarupa sthitaya, like the water. Just as a mother satiates and nourishes a child by feeding her milk, holding it in her bosom, Goddess Chandika, the universal Mother, also holds all living beings and nourishes them with the form of water. Vedic sages described how the goddess soothes and nurtures living beings by being situated in the form of water. In the veins of this plant and everything, what is flowing? It's water. So how, and there's a prayer, beautiful prayer. Apo hishtha mayo bhavastan urdhe dadhatana mahe ranaya chakshase yova shivatamo rasastasya bhajayatena Ushatiriva Matara, about the importance of the water. That's similar to mother's milk. Mother also, that from the I get the nourishment. So water is very much similar to that mother's milk. Same thing is doing. What is doing? So the meaning is, O waters, the sages are offer their pranam, the salutation to the water. O waters, since you are the harbinger of happiness, provide us with food and make us worthy to see the supreme beauty of Brahman. In that Oriental tradition, that we always pray to the Shakti. Please, Mother, give me bhakti to Sri Ramakrishna. O Mother Sita, give me bhakti, the devotion for Lord Rama. Or in Vaishnava tradition also, O Radhika, O Radharani, please give us devotion to the lotus feet of Krishna. So, it's same thing. So, water or mother's milk help us to see the eternal beauty, the majestic beauty of the ultimate truth. There's a beautiful, so let us come to the one stotra on him written by Swami Abhedananda, the direct disciple of Sri Ramakrishna. It is on Holy Mother. So it is a beautiful hymn, but one line I just say. What he said? Snehena badhanasi manah asmadiyam doshan asheshan saguni karoshi. What a beautiful. O Holy Mother, O Mother Sarada Devi, what you do? You holding our mind. You turn our bad qualities into good qualities. Only sneha with affection has a tremendous power that we sometimes do not understand. Affection is divine kind, that affection. What affection does? It changes, it has the ability, it has the capacity to change the bad qualities to good qualities, demerits to merit. Mother always did that. So, Girish Chandra Ghosh. Girish Chandra Ghosh has a important place in the divine life of Sri Ramakrishna. So, it's a different story. So, it is said that about his position in Indian drama, Indian theatre, I can only say this much. It is said that he is the father of Indian theatre, or Bengali theatre also, you can say, or Indian theatre, father figure. So, but in personal life, it is he's a unique kind of devotee. Unique kind of devotee. So, anyhow, so it is said, so let me read out a little bit of, from, you can understand a little bit of it. In his early life, Girish tried to use alcohol to relieve the grief caused by his first wife's death. Now, he was determined to use divine intoxication to relieve his grief over the loss of his second wife and his son. His personal life was full of chaos. Full of chaos. So, what the biographer said, that when his first wife died, so he started, not started, he started long ago. So I should be accurate in that. So, but he decided to alcohol can relieve his grief. But second time, in between, Sri Ramakrishna entered in his life. In between, so in second time he married, and that from that he had a belief that from the second wife, he got that luck, good luck. He got that good luck to have a contact with Sri Ramakrishna, and the fame also. And the fame he got, fame, money, all those things. Now he lost that wife and just a 4 or 5 years old one son of his. So Kumud Bandhu Sen, one of his who wrote that memory, he wrote like that: whenever Girish Ghosh referred to Sri Ramakrishna and the Holy Mother, his manner of expression was extraordinarily superb and was different from that of the other devotees. if you read carefully Gospel of Sri Ramakrishna, we'll find Sri Ramakrishna passed away, left his mortal body in 1886, August. And Girish Chandra Ghosh, they came the later part of 1885. So, literally, if you count the days, it is around 1 year. But always, we should keep in our mind that it is not the span of time, it is the intensity of our life that is important. If you read carefully the life of Christ also, Sri Ramakrishna also, or maybe Swami Vivekananda, the disciples hardly get a few days to somebody that about Sri Ramakrishna around from 1880 or 81. This the direct disciples started to come, like Swami Vivekananda, Swami Brahmananda, Swami Shivananda, and at the end of slowly they came Swami Akhandananda, Swami Vijnanananda, Swami Subodhananda. So maximum they got, if you talk about Swami Vivekananda, like 5 or 6 years. But the intensity, and about intensity, what happened for us, we also look at the world and talk with each other, we share our emotions, all those things, half-heartedly. Why? Because we yet not learned how to use our senses, how to use our mind, the presence, the mindfulness sometimes I can say. But they have the ability, they have a grip on when they are talking with Sri Ramakrishna, they are talking with Sri Ramakrishna. Not some portion of their life, their attention, their energy in their, their houses or on their business. So religious life means learning that one. That have a full grip on your emotion, on your that senses, mind, intellect, everything. So they have that intensity. So if you're reading about Girish Chandra Ghosh or Swami Vivekananda or anybody else, you must keep in your mind. This is the quality, this is the difference between me and them. So they have that when they met, they met. When they have faith, faith. I can, okay. Swami, so what happened? So he came to the Niranjan Maharaj. Swami Niranjananandaji Maharaj was there, who is one of the direct disciples of Sri Ramakrishna. He actually introduced Sarada Devi to Girish Chandra Ghosh, really, in real sense. Then that Girish Chandra Ghosh, he knew that that Sarada Devi is there, somebody is there, who is to live at Dakshineshwar or everything. But he never gave attention to her. Just maybe guru and maybe wife of my guru, in that sense. That much. In those days, if you have some idea about Indian tradition, in those days it was like that. So that much only. Now, what Niranjan Maharaj told, now when he lost his wife or son, Sri Ramakrishna already left his mortal coil. It's after 1886 it happened. Around, I think, maybe 89 or 90 it was happening. So there was no Sri Ramakrishna who will relieve the grief, that save Girish Chandra Ghosh from his bereavement on distress of life. So he was searching for anybody. Who is there? Where I should go? So then Niranjan Maharaj came in the picture to rescue him. So he told GC, they used to call GC also, Girish Chandra Ghosh, GC. So, okay, Girish Babu, let us go to Jairam Bati. There is, our mother is there. So, okay, and they have a very, Girish Chandra Ghosh had a close connection, intimacy of Niranjan Maharaj, Swami Niranjananda. So, okay, you were saying, let us go. So, Swami Nikhilanandaji there are many description we get here and there. So, Nikhilanandaji gave a very beautiful description and extra information also. What he said, after arriving Jairam Bati is a remote place of West Bengal, it's a village kind of place. Girish took his bath and bowed down to Holy Mother. His body was shaking with emotion. Sri Ramakrishna, when he understood that Sri Ramakrishna as the avatar or incarnation of God, so first he thought maybe ordinary woman, Sarada Devi. But Niranjan Maharaj told that I should say that later he told me that at first he and other lay devotees of Sri Ramakrishna could not recognize the greatness of the Holy Mother. He said, that is Niranjan Maharaj, what he said? We used to pay our respectful tribute to her as the spiritual consort of our master. Sorry, this is Girish Chandra Ghosh, he is saying. We looked upon him alone as our guide, friend, father and mother all combined. It was Niranjan who opened my eyes. In the midst of the grim tragedies of life, stricken with grief and sorrow, I felt for a time quite perplexed and could not console my disturbed mind. During my bereavement, Niranjan often came to me and tried to divert my mind by his spiritual talk. One day I told him, Brother Niranjan, it is a pity that I cannot now see Ramakrishna, who is my shelter and my only refuge. Niranjan interrupted me, saying, why? Mother is there in Jairambati. Is there any difference between the master and mother? Can you imagine Narayana without Lakshmi? Shiva without Parvati? Without Shiva, without Sita? And Krishna without Radha or Rukmini? Niranjan replied, well, you believe that Sri Ramakrishna is an avatar, God incarnate in human form. Do you mean to say that he took an ordinary woman as his spiritual consort of divine life? In his divine life, you must remember the words of our master, Brahman and Shakti are one and the same. Though in manifestation they appear to us as two, Mother is Shakti, the Shakti of Purna Brahma, Ramakrishna. So it was ringing in his mind. So when he reached Jairambati, and generally what you do before you enter a temple, we clean our hand and legs. Sometimes the ardent devotees, they took a bath also. So Girish Chandra Ghosh, when he heard, actually it is not mere hearing. It is the power of Girish Chandra Ghosh's mind. His frame of mind was like that. When Niranjan said, Niranjan is not an ordinary man, he believed in that. So as like the divine manifestation of Mother is standing before me. So he was shaking and trembling. So what now, a strange thing happened. His body was shaking with emotion, casting his eyes upon her. He exclaimed with surprise, ah, you are that Mother? He saw, he knew this lady. He suddenly recalled a vivid dream of many years before, when he had been bedridden from cholera. A luminous goddess wearing a red-bordered sari appeared to him and offered him some sacred prasad, which soon cured him. He now recognized Holy Mother as that deity and felt that she had always been looking after him as his guardian angel. To verify this, Girish asked her. So it happened long before he met with Sri Ramakrishna. So Girish asked, what kind of mother are you? We started with talk. Who is this mother? So Girish Chandra asked, what kind of mother are you? Immediately Holy Mother replied, your real mother, not just the wife of your guru, not a foster mother, not a vague sort of mother, your real mother. So this is the message of Divine Mother, real mother. And our spiritual life is to understand the impact, the real meaning of this world, this word. So now I will. Girish Chandra, let us finish Girish Chandra. So Girish spent a happy and carefree time at Jairambati. wandering about freely with the villagers in the meadows, and drinking in the beauty of the sunset in the open fields. Soon his fame spread throughout the area, and he would sing now and then to entertain the simple villagers. So, rejoice, my son. He came in grief. His mind was grief-stricken. Now he started to rejoice. Gopesh Maharaj, Swami Shivarchanananda, to understand, he shared a story. So, he was a sevak of Holy Mother, of Sri Sarada Devi for some time. He wrote the daily routine of Holy Mother. So, we about protection, and now about food. There is a close relation between mother and food. You know. So, I remember a few days back, a mother was talking to her daughter who is staying at some hostel. Immediate in a that video call. First thing he told, you look like a little skinny. Are you eating properly? So mother is always talk about food. So, but what about mother's food, her own? So anyhow, Gopesh Maharaj is writing, at mealtime at Jairambati, only after the men had been fed did mother feel free to have her meal, along with the women devotees. If one of her sons chanced to travel afar on some business, she would wait till he returned. No matter how late it was, she used to keep looking down the road, would even advance a few steps, exclaiming, "It is so late, and the child hasn't eaten yet. How he must be suffering from hunger." So, in normal village or Indian household, it is this kind of tradition. Here maybe some. So what happened in our families? Mother eat at last. After giving meal to serving meals to everybody, he eats at last. So now you can understand. So at Udbodhan, so mother is at two places, in Jairambati and Udbodhan near Kolkata. But in Udbodhan there was a dilemma. Mother would not eat until she had fed her sons. On the other hand, how could the intensely pious Swami Sharadananda, devoted heart and soul of his Guru, eat before his chosen duty? It means mother. Sharadananda ji is to take care of Holy Mother at Kolkata. So it was arranged that while mother with the women would sit down to have her meal in one room, Sharat Maharaj would have his meal with the men in another room at the same time. Mother, brought up in a village, was accustomed to late meals. It used to be quite late. Sharat Maharaj too succeeded in disposing the work at hand. Master's prasad used to be served to mother first. Hastily tasting a little of it, mother transformed it into prasad for Sharat Maharaj, which was then served to him. His companions, of course, were fortunate enough to have their share. So that at the same time, both can, Sharat Maharaj also can start his food, lunch, and here mother also in a different room, and with his companions, the lady devotees, women devotees. So what happened? Once, on mother's birthday at Jairambati, the devotees wished that mother should eat first and her sons would partake of her prasad afterwards. The enthusiasm of one of her sons surpassed that of the others. So today is mother's birthday, so I will not allow mother to eat at last. Her birthday will enjoy. So he took the initiation that one of the disciples. Here we generally say that not disciples, sons. Sons means disciples of Holy Mother. So he took the initiative in conveying their request to mother, and this time mother did not object, agreeing silently. After the food had been offered to the master, It was arranged carefully on a platter, which was then placed before a small piece of carpet spread out for mother, who was then invited to take her seat. Slowly and mechanically, she took her seat, taking in everything with a compassionate look. She tasted a little of this and a little of that. Little rice, little cut. She tried. Then, most piteously, she entreated the nearby son with the words, "It does not go down the throat until my sons have eaten." And to request, I have started eating, but it is not getting down. Saying this, she got up immediately and, having washed, sat down at the door of her room to watch us eat. Everything had been kept ready, and at once we sat down to eat. That fool of a son, who had taken the lead in persuading mother to eat before them that day, having derived much complacence thereby, now realized what a great blunder it had done. He had in effect caused her to go without food that day. It would have been far better to have arranged for the men folk to have their meal first and to have served mother afterwards with all the women, as was customary. And that day, that birthday, mother could not take food properly. Then another scene. Again, Gopesh Maharaj. So, Gopesh Maharaj means Swami Shivarchanananda. He only mother, and so with two ladies, one mother, widow lady, and another widow lady, maybe friend of her, maybe they went to Dakshineshwar one day. So in those days, khichdi, a kind of the mix of lentil and rice, some kind of preparation. So they got or they cooked. Gopesh Maharaj cooked there near Panchavati, and it was late noon, because going there, some new place, cooking. So it was already late noon. So what he did, he first served the khichdi, the plate of his mother and her friend. So now this thing, Gopesh Maharaj might have wore maybe a white cloth or like ochre cloth like us. So everyone is looking at that. Who is that? That like monk and with two aged ladies and serving the food. So many of the pilgrims were looking at them. So two of the two lady of the pilgrims. So they were asking one another, "Who is the mother you think of that boy?" Two widow lady was there that Shivarchanananda served, both of them. Now another two lady. They are just looking at them. They are discussing among themselves. What do you think? Who is the mother of that boy? Immediately, one lady replied, "Can't you see?" One lady that the boy served and started eating. And another lady still waiting for her son. So when her son will start eating, then she will start also. So the two things, Shivarchanandaji, one by one. So mother, she could not eat. So as if our own mother. So these things actually, we get these reminiscences from the books. So behind these black and white letters, there are more, there is a hidden information, hidden spirit, hidden energy. That we have to touch, that we have to understand. When you are reading some story from the biography of anybody, maybe Christ, maybe Buddha, maybe that. So try to go beyond that. But to read it, but try to go beyond that. So so one or two incidents I can share. One day, Shailabala Chaudhary, a disciple of Holy Mother. She recorded that story. Story means incident. She asked Mother, "You told me how to repeat Sri Ramakrishna's name. How should I repeat yours? I want to repeat your name also." Mother answered, "You can say Radha, or you can say whatever appeals to you. If not, saying Ma is enough." So you can repeat my name as Ma, 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 Ma. That will be enough. So there is a story. When Mother was living in Kolkata, there are a lot of devotees used to stay at Kolkata. So one of them was Kiran Chandra Datta. His name you can get in the life of Swami Vivekananda also. So once Ashutosh Mitra, he recorded that incident. Once Yatindra Mitra, a delightful singer of kirtans, was to perform at Kiran Chandra Datta's house. The latter took Mother with her devotees to his house for the program. They invited Mother to hear that song, that performance of Yatin Mitra. The theme of the Yatindra's kirtan was Mathur. Mathur, the word came from Mathura. So in Krishna's life, Sri Krishna's life, you may know, many of you may know, Krishna's childhood he spent at Vrindavan or Gokula. Now, after certain age, he had to go to Mathura to kill that the Kamsa. The Kamsa. So when he was in Vrindavan, he had a close connection with that cowherd boys and cowherd girls and the villagers. You know, a beautiful boy, very social. So he could sing, he could dance. So easily they had a close relation with the villagers. So when he was going to Mathura, depending on this story, afterwards the mystics, the singers, they wrote many songs on that Leela, the divine play. What is the Leela about? Because when he is going to Mathura, leaving Vrindavan, the mental state, the mental agony of the villagers of Vrindavan, now we will not see Krishna anymore. In the morning, in the evening, we could not play. He will be not there when we will be singing. So this separation, we call viraha. So these songs depicts the agony of the villagers. So as if in our ordinary life, say, Sri Ramakrishna, where are you? The separance. I could not stay without you. I cannot stay without you. Please come. This agony kind of thing expressed in that kind of song, that Mathur. Now, that Yatin Mitra was singing this kind of song, that about the separation between a devotee and God. So what happened after hearing that? Mother, Yatindra's rendering was indeed moving. Mother, who was also sitting behind a screen of laced bamboo slips with women devotees, listened with rapt attention, barely conscious of the surroundings. Yatindra, in a hurry to catch a train, was about to conclude the kirtan when Gulapma called out for behind the screen. Mother says to conclude with Milana. So Yatindra was leaving the spot. So Gulapma, another companion of of Holy Mother, she shouted from behind the screen, tell Yatin to sing, not end the program performance with viraha. What separation? It is not. It sounds bad. With separation, so union with God. So this Milana part, it depicts when the Krishna united with the villagers. So please end your performance with Milana. Yatindra's kirtan depicting Milana touched everyone in the audience to the core. He left after offering pranams in the direction of Mother, who meanwhile had lost all consciousness of the external world. She went into samadhi, deep consciousness, hearing the union You see that union. Golapma, realizing her condition, carefully raised her without anyone being aware of the situation. After a mere show of taking refreshment, she somehow got mother into the carriage. She knew everything. That's why he's companion, like an attendant. He knows every state of mother, what to do. So in audience, if mother walks like that, everyone, what happened? So it will, for refreshment, we are going. So she managed to take mother from there. And when they reached to Udbodhan, mother's own place, still that state was going on. So the mother was very difficult. Mother, in Sri Ramakrishna, in Gospel of Sri, you'll find Sri Ramakrishna went into Samadhi, went into Samadhi. Mother was a different kind of mindset. Very calm, quiet. From outside you cannot understand. So everyone's trying what to do. So they knew for Sri Ramakrishna, they used to utter the God's name. So sometimes Rama's name, Kali's name, Krishna's name. What mother, they were trying everything, but nothing. So then Ashutosh Mitra's attendant, he remembered one thing. Once mother, what mother told. So what was that? Now Ashutosh Mitra, he tried with different way. So taking his mouth near her ears, he started repeating, Ma, Ma, Ma. Ma means mother. Ma. So even what happened? I put this to test crying, mother, mother, in her ear. First, she shivered at first, then spoke distinctly, What is it, my child? I said, I am hungry, mother. Do offer bhoga to the master. All unnaturalness vanished. She regained completely normalcy. The bhog was brought. Bhog means that food offering. So it brought, and she offered it with folded hands. Sharat Maharaj, hearing this incident, commented, You did the right thing. We too shall keep this in mind. So, I think we may call mother. Whenever in joy, in sorrow, whenever you wanted to call her. There's a beautiful song. It's written by Tagore. So you may not be in distress, but still you can call mother, mother, mother. So and about the song, it is said that like a child, when a child, little kid, sometimes he called mummy, mummy, or ma, ma. It is not that he needs something or she needs something. So that song is said that Shishu Jamon Make Namer Neshaye Dake. So I feel that I am addicted to utter mother, mother, mother. A kid, they say, ma, ma, mummy. So it should be our, it may be conditioned, our calling, our prayer may be conditioned. I am in distress, please save me. It's a conditioned prayer. No? So far greater is when prayer is unconditioned. So we can call her, saying ma or mother or mummy, whatever else. So let us pray to her with a pranam. It is about Mother Annapurna. Mother Annapurna, a goddess who gives alms, give food to Shiva. You may see a beautiful picture, maybe a picture that a goddess is sitting in a throne and Shiva asking for alms. So though his wife, so she provides food to everyone. So Annapurna, Anna means food, Purna means who is full of that. So now food has different kind of food we have. The gross food, the physical food, maybe bread, maybe rice, whatever like. Food may be mental food, like good thought. Okay, mental plane, it is that food of mental plane. And spiritual, about realization. Swami Shivananda used to pray, Mother, please open the door of realization. Open the door of universe. So, whatever form you like. For physical food you can ask. For mental food you can ask, give me good thought. Because brain is always acting. So why? Better to provide brain, the mind, the good food, or maybe spiritual food if you want to. So everything is available. So let us, with a pranam mantra, we end this talk. Annapurne sadapurne Shankara prana vallabhe Jnana vairagya siddhyartham Bhikshang dehi cha parvati. Salutation to Mother Annapurna. O Mother Annapurna, you who are always full with the gift of food and blessings, you who are the beloved of Shankara or Shiva, O Mother Parvati, please grant me the alms of your grace to awaken within me spiritual knowledge and enlightenment, freedom from all worldly desires. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Om peace, peace, peace.
shine your light on me. Thy Maya fills up all the world. Thy power moves the stars in the heavens. Thy love touches all under the sun. We are all one. Oh, your children. Oh, Kali. Oh, Kalima. Oh, Kali. Oh, Kalima. Oh, Kalima.
Thank you so much, Swami. And what I got out of that was faith, devotion, and self-surrender to Mother. And our lives will be in good shape if we just let go and let her take care of it. Like I thought took care of the phone, but obviously it didn't work. I apologize for that. I'll give the announcements for this next week. Next Sunday, we have Swami Vedarupananda speaking on what? Spirituality. Wednesday, we will have our regular 5 o'clock reading of Memories of a Loving Soul, Swami Premananda. And Saturday, the 15th, will be Karma Yoga Day. Please come. We have lots of Karma Yoga. We will also have the Gospel of Ramakrishna at 5 o'clock here in the temple on Saturday. So you're welcome to everything in person, online, or Zoom. And we want to thank Swami so much for coming. He'll greet everyone at the door, and if you would like to come back for questions and answers, come back in and sit down, and he'll come back in to be here. Okay? Right, now we'll go to the door.
So about questions, you can ask something, and after that, when question ends, then we may switch on to meditation part.
If you want to.
Okay.
You know, it's up to you.
Right. Thank you. So please.
Does anyone have a question?
Anything. You may know anything about questions. We always say that you may not have any questions sometimes. Yeah, thank you.
I enjoyed you saying that we have to read between the lines or look between the spaces when you recall, when we recall episodes from Holy Mother's life. And it's so important because for me, I read about her for many years, and then I still didn't get it. And it takes a long time to see her grace and to realize. So thank you for bringing up the many episodes in her life that show us her divinity.
Yeah. So
the simple stories.
Yeah, thank you. Actually, what happened that I sometimes put it in that way, this way, that these images, the images of the gods, deities. We have many images. We have maybe a photograph of Jesus, or statue of Jesus, photograph of Buddha. We have here, or maybe statue of Buddha, a photograph of Sri Ramakrishna, or a photo of Sri Ramakrishna. So, what the photographs or the statues, why it is there, how it can help us. Actually, it helps us. Sometimes it is difficult for us because we are always busy with many thoughts. Actually, our life means that we are busy with the thoughts. Sometimes we think that we are busy with our work. But if you think, it is not we are busy with our work. We are busy with our thoughts. So, unless we go beyond that current, that many, beyond the waves, even you can look at the waves also, or you can look or concentrate on the river also. River as a continuous flow. Waves of a river, you are sitting. There is a story also, a story kind of thing. Swami Adbhutananda, he used to say that just sitting beside Ganges or Ganga, the river. So if you look at the river, automatically your mind will be calmed down. So what does it mean? First you are looking at the waves. Then you are thinking about what the Ganges stands for. So it is an Indian way. And in other beliefs we have different kind of things. Some maybe the river Jordan may be very holy for somebody, like that, or river Yamuna maybe like that. So these photographs or statues or even the books also give us a hint of the eternity. So when we are reading these stories, we are thinking on these stories. These stories should carry us what the real kind of reading. In Sanskrit, we call, there's a difference between ordinary reading and we call swadhyaya, different word. Swadhyaya means reading for enlightenment. Reading means just reading and accumulating information. It's a mere reading. But when you are not satisfied with collection of information, it depends upon the person. No more. I do not. I am not. About information, I am not satisfied. I want to go beyond that. So these stories, these photographs, everything is actually gives us that inspiration. Some kind of it inspire you to what is go beyond that. Daily I am looking at this photo of Sri Ramakrishna. So who is Sri Ramakrishna? Is it only the name or the photo? Go beyond that. What? That's the importance we call Shravana, Manana, Niridhyasana. After reading or after hearing, just think on that. Because I was supposed to say, I had different stories also, or things I had to share, but the time thing always there. So now we cannot get new stories about Holy Mother or Sri Ramakrishna. Chances become rare and rare. But who the first-hand witness who have saw all those things, they already passed, they gone from this world. So now maybe we can try and get one or two more information maybe in coming books for centuries that books are will come. So, but we have to now go in between the line. Maybe I can share one story also that I wanted to share. So, about it was let me think. No, I have shared already that that Sharadeshan. Oh, yes, I remember that one. It is again about Swami Shivarchanananda. So he was then an attendant of Holy Mother, staying at Jairambati. At Jairambati, what happened? From different corner of the India, devotees used to come to pay visit to Mother, and it's a very remote place. Still, it is remote, and 100 years back, it is more remote. You have to cross many rivers and many things. So devotees came, a household devotee with 3-4 that kids were there, that family. So when after meeting and staying with mother, when they were leaving Jairambati, what happened? Suddenly, that mother discovered that the lady of the family, the mother of the family, a young couple. So she left one towel that I use for shower and all those things. So when mother saw that, she became very worried for that family, because next day my daughter will not will look for that towel, and after bathing she need it, but she will not get it. So hearing that one, mother's that concern about that towel, Shivarchanananda ji, mother, I can take it. I suppose as it is a village, they are walking towards some destination. So it is just maybe 20 minutes or 15 minutes. I can run and can give it to them. Mother was greatly relieved. So again, he went there, gave the towel, and returned. After a few moments, they discovered they left sari also. Sari means one cloth piece, that Indians. So mother again, oh, my daughter with maybe one or two saris she bought. Now with one sari, how she can manage. Then Nolinidi, another family member, one of the niece of Holy Mother, was present. She was of different kind. Immediately she said, "You need not to go again." So that person, that lady, so have so many children, cannot take care of one, 3 or 4 like that. Yes. But mother seeing the face, immediately Shivarchanananda ji understood. So mother will be happy if again he go and give the sari. Shivarchanananda ji, mother, I can go. So it will be a great problem for them if we do not get sari. So again they got, and again he returned and gave it to that person and returned. So this is the story. And what is behind that? Afterwards, we know in future, Shivarchanananda ji has become a very prominent monk of our order. One of the, we believe he is a realized soul. So a great personality. And I think in that story of Vedanta monks, either in first volume or second volume, you can get some stories also, because his attendant wrote something about him. So it will be very helpful, especially who are sincere devotees, because he discussed a lot of things about spiritual life, sincere spiritual life. So anyhow, so just think a saint is carrying the towel or a sari, running in the paddy field, within the paddy field, to give it to a householder devotees having 3-4 kids. Just think about it. Ever you heard a saint is doing that? But so from the so we never know what that make a saint. When somebody, how a saint, the making of a saint, the process I do not know. We do not know. So that and from the story we understand how to serve somebody. So it is not serving the physical appearance of Holy Mother. It was serving Mother's emotion, Mother's principle. So when you are serving Mother, so please include that also. You have to serve their principle of life. You have to serve their for what they are standing for. So you see, it is an inner view, And again, do not think you became like it is about pride, spiritual life. Sometimes when we do japa, little meditation, pride comes, or when you do little bit, pride comes. So no, for spiritual there is no place for pride. From there you can understand that running for taking Kamsa, he made so careless devotees, but he never told like that.
The other question I had from listening to you was that when you say, when it's been said to give all your actions or to the care of Holy Mother, I think I sometimes misinterpret that to think, okay, well then I don't really need to go on with a particular course of action I've been on and just give it to Holy Mother. And sometimes it's important to keep going in what you said about the principle, serve the principle rather than...
No, not rather than, because it depends on that person also. So you should keep remember also that, because we never know that we have different kind of temperaments. Someone want to that physical serve also. Sometimes that the temperaments to serve physically. So let it be there, but just keep in mind there are different layer of serving also. The serving the principle. So we do not want to lower down somebody's temperament. If somebody like to do that, let him or her do. But with that, we have to keep the higher dimension of services also. Regarding service, that always are monks. Sometimes it happens, especially sometimes we get initiation from some monks or some nuns or some anybody, from a teacher, anything. So to serve means sometimes we, for different reason, we have to, maybe my work is like that, I have to stay far from his place. So how to serve him? So then serving his cause. Why that monk or that particular monk, he lived a life. Why he lived that kind? Why he choose that kind of life? So I can, for that cause, I can devote my life. In that sense, I can just. Do you understand what I want to say? So, because stories will come. Maybe a monk. Let me say. I remember one of our president Maharaj, president of our Ramakrishna order, he passed away. So now one of his disciples was posted far from that Belur Math. So for attending the last rite, he cannot go there. It will take a lot of time and it will disturb what he was doing. So he was responsible to some work at his center. If he left that center, for the center it will be very inconvenience. So for him here, serving the master, that for the monk maybe. Why? So is staying at the center, because for his or her, that guru, he that sacrificed his life to serve the mission of Sri Ramakrishna. So for that mission, let it be, I can stay here. Then if I think it will make my guru more happy if I stay here and do my work. So in Swami Vivekananda, you will also find this kind of that comment. Just see that, O Ramakrishna. Oh Ramakrishna, day and night I am chanting Ramakrishna, Ramakrishna, Ramakrishna. But what Ramakrishna told me to do, I am not doing. So it is better to what he told to do. So I can chant, repeat my name, maybe Buddha, Buddha, Christ, Christ, maybe. But what they said I am not doing. So to follow their teaching, also a kind of seva is service. So, yeah. His time is there? I do not know. Time is there. Okay. You please ask, because these girls will be with us in dining table also.
I'm a mother and a grandmother too, and I also followed Gandhi, and studied him when I was in college. And what?
Bring it towards you.
Aren't I? Oh, okay. So what I I have a present problem, but I'm also concerned, like we all are in the world, about those people that are mistreated and are suffering and are physically or mentally or spiritually harmed, especially children. Mm-hmm. And I'm concerned there again about what the principle is to follow and to ask for advice or mother's help again, and what I can offer out and what I should not do, or what's good to do to, or how far you can go to alleviate suffering, and how to make become help all of us become more in the sense of we are one, and there shouldn't be this separation or this. Anyway, it was more on the idea of, I guess, worshiping God as a child, as God the child, God the mother, God the lover, that sort of thing. I think I'm more in the being a mother for such a long time and a grandma too. Just the taking care of the child. And how to do that.
Yeah, only so what you are doing, we are doing, whatever. When we are taking care of the suffering people or distressed people, whatever. So again, it is again another kind of serving, on kind of service to the people. Just to, we have to remember one thing, give a spiritual dimension to that. Because spiritual dimension means many people, there is a difference, we have to learn the art of serving also. We all are very maybe enthusiastic because all of you are great people who want to serve others. They are not ordinary people who have that kind of mindset. I want to serve. But before that, you need sometimes you need some qualification also. That art. So again, I can share one story. So it was about Swami Shivarchanananda. He wrote that one. He shared that story. When they are just college boys, they are passing. They are just walking, and the roadside suddenly, he and his friends, when they are student, they found a dog. And in India there are a lot of stray dogs. So in a very bad shape. Have some wound here and there like that, and they have some medical background, as far as I remember, or any of their friends maybe, or maybe that Swami itself. So they knew what medicine, what kind of ointment have to apply to reduce that agony, that suffering of the dog. So they are just immature, a teenage boy or just a young boy. So out of enthusiasm, they brought that ointment and applied on the dog. So next day, when they are again returning or walking through that, they found the dog is dead now. So what happened? Then it occurred to their mind, oh, we forgot. These common kind of stray dogs, they had a habit to lick their wounds. They have nature kind of thing. With licking, they try to recover from that. So, that incident, that throughout my life, it suggests me that it gave a teaching, education that before serving, we need to know the art of serving. So, spirituality means nothing else. That it gives you the training. Otherwise, thus you will be saved from the reaction of, action has a reaction also. So you will be saved from the reaction. So I think time is up.
A little longer if you'd like to, or you can stop. A lot's up to you.
I think if no one has questions, maybe we can stop there.
Okay. So just to have a prayerful mind. This is the thing, because that everything, that all about the lecture was he or she, whatever form you like, His very own. Very own. But it is not that he or she, but whenever these prophets incarnate, they come, they only convey to one message only. I am very your own. I do not want, So when that closeness, spirituality about that closeness also. When you and here Sri Ramakrishna gave an example. In Gospel of Sri Ramakrishna, if you read, examples there. The word for peace is Sanskrit or Bengali, it is Shanti. The peace, the word peace, in Bengali or Sanskrit or Hindi, we said Shanti. Which everyone knows. So he is saying, it is summer day. It is the Ganges is flowing there. When you go near to the Ganges, you will feel that Shanti. That it's summer, hot. So some kind of that water, that air, it will give Shanti. So when you're going near and nearer to Ganges, more Shanti, more peace. And when you get down the river, it is Prashanti, perfect peace. So that peace, that when this thought current and everything will be reduced down, you can see the world more clearly. When you see this world more properly, when it is a lot of mist or fog in the road, you can drive, but always there will be anxiety. Anything may happen. But when it is less fog, less mist, you can drive happily. That's all. Thank you. Thank you.